อาจารย์สวัสดีครับครับผม
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone is welcome to join. We will start with our first participant, which is Felicia Chan. Felicia.
Good evening, Ajaan. I don't have question for tonight. My meditation progress is good. I can directly enter into body loose condition with mindfulness and peace every time when I meditate. Thank you.
Okay. Can you remain calm all the time whenever you come involved with anything?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Mechi Willie from Indonesia. Or shall I call you what? Basika or Pikuri?
It's up to you, Ajaan. Good evening, and today I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay. Sajalka, Maryland, Silver Spring, USA.
Thank you, Ajaan, for your teaching. I have a question that you talk about mindfulness and that is referred to as sati. Some of the teachers, like for example, the Ajahn Jeff and other people, that they actually kind of as they are going into sati, coming from sriti, from Sanskrit, and calling that as memory and sort of kind of remembering. So I'm a little bit confused because that what I learned from you is that the sati, the mindfulness, is being aware of the present moment, whether it's body or anything else, whereas what they are talking about is recollection. How am I getting confused? And I want to kind of bridge the gap, if there is any, between these two.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, sati is mindfulness or concentration or focus. While recollection is sanya or perception, memory. This is in the four namakanda, one of the four namakanda. Vedana, sanya, sankhara, vijnana. Memory or recollection is sanya. Your ability to remember what happened yesterday, or the name of people that you know. This is sanya. Sati is to have presence of mind, to know what you're doing, to know you are listening, to know you are talking, to know you are walking, standing. The Buddha called this clear comprehension. So I cannot say for the other teachers, but this is what my take on it. I hope you can understand from this.
Yes, I think this is what you have been teaching consistently, and this is what I am in my mind. So I'm quite happy to hear that repeated again. Thank you very much, Ajahn. That's all.
Okay. You're welcome. Gek Yen So from Penang.
Ajahn, good evening. No question tonight, Ajahn.
Okay, Kok Seng from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. This evening I have two questions. The first question, Ajaan, you have always encouraged us to take 2 meals a day. So, and you have also mentioned about taking 2 meals is like once our it's like a car, once we have fill up the car with petrol or gasoline, once it is full, it don't need to fill up anymore. So I was thinking that I was trying to practice having 2 meals a day. So what I did was for lunch I tried to eat as much as I can, so that in the evening I would not feel hungry and I would not need to eat dinner. So just want to ask Ajaan whether this thinking is it correct or not? Because lunchtime I try to eat more than my usual amount, so that by evening time I will not be hungry and I do not need to take dinner. So is this thinking to fill up as much as I can during lunch, is this thinking correct?
I don't think so. The goal is to eat less, because if you eat the same amount like you used to with 3 meals, but you put it into 2 meals, you are loading the body with a lot of food, and this can cause it to become sleepy or drowsy. So you want to forgo 1 meal and reduce it. Moderation in eating. Don't be afraid of hunger. It's not gonna kill you. You should be afraid of being full, because it's gonna kill your meditation. So the purpose is not to eat as much as you can. The purpose is to reduce the amount of food you take from 3 times to 2 times. Reduce about 1/3 of your meal, your food intake, and eventually reduce it to just 1/3 of your regular intake. People normally take 3 meals a day. Monks only take 1 meal. But you eat until your body feel full and doesn't want to eat anymore. But you don't want to push it any further than that to protect you from getting hungry in the evening. Because regardless, you're gonna get hungry in the evening, and not because of your body, but because of your mind. Your mind used to eat, so when the time comes for you to eat, you start to crave for food, and this is causing the hunger, not the body lacking food that causing the hunger. And you can deal with this hunger craving by the mind by meditation. See? So when you meditate and you calm down the mind, you calm down your cravings, then the feeling of hunger will disappear.
Okay. So I should not try to eat more than my usual intake of lunch.
Just eat until you feel full, okay? Feel full, and you don't want to eat the extra food from the evening meal. Just eat until you feel normally full and you don't want to eat anymore. Okay? Don't force feed your body with more food than what it can take.
Okay.
And don't be afraid of hunger, because hunger is a blessing in disguise. Because when you feel hungry, then you have to meditate. You use hunger to spur your meditation practice, to push your meditation practice. Because normally when you're full, you're lazy, you don't want to meditate. So the purpose is to give you some hunger. And then this hunger will then be dealt with by your meditation practice, your mindfulness practice. It's not the body that hunger, it's the mind that hunger for food. The body can go without food for 5 days, 10 days, if it has to. It won't die. The Buddha went without food for 40 days. So for a lot of us, we have plenty of food storage in our body already for many days. But we cannot go without water. Water is something we have to constantly take. But food we can go without for a few days without hurting the body. So you should be thankful for hunger, because hunger will then force you to meditate. Then when you meditate, then when your mind calms down, then your hunger will disappear. Then you say, oh, this is the reason why people fast, reason why people eat less food, because it pushes them to meditate, forces them to meditate. See, when you're comfortable, you're feeling full, you feel lazy. There's no need for you to do anything. When you feel hungry, then you say, oh, this is dukkha. And you have to do this with this dukkha with mindfulness, by meditation. Stop your mind from thinking about food. That's the problem. Thinking about food causes the hunger to arise. And you can use either mindfulness or wisdom. If you know how to use wisdom, you have to think of food as being undesirable. Think of it when it's in your stomach, in your mouth, when you excrete it from your body. These are all food that you don't look at. You only, when you think of food, you think of food in a plate, right?
Yes.
So next time when you think of food, think of the food you discharge from your body, for instance. Then this will stop your hunger right away. Better than eat. Because when you eat, you have to keep eating all the time. But once you can stop hunger by wisdom, then you no longer need to eat.
Okay, I'll try it out.
You will not be afflicted by hunger anymore once you know how to use wisdom to deal with your hunger.
Okay, mindfulness and wisdom.
Yes. Okay, good enough. Second question, is this all?
Yeah, second question. Ajaan, can you kindly explain how do we maintain mindfulness from the time when we wake up in the morning until we go to bed at night?
How to maintain mindfulness?
Mindfulness, yes. You have always
from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep.
Correct.
Right. The easiest way is to keep reciting the mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. Mentoring.
Okay. So
Just
when we go about our routine, like for example,
eating, washing, taking a shower, but you don't have to think, you keep reciting the mantra, because if you don't, then your mind wants to think about other things.
Okay, like for example, let's say brushing my teeth, I usually start from the left side of my the upper jaw. So I start with my left hand, and then I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then after that, go to the next side, and then so on. Then after that, I change to right hand. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So so I have this routine when I'm brushing my teeth. So when I have this routine, do I need to say Buddha?
No, if you're not thinking about other things, you can either use Bhutto or you can use your focus on your body movement, your body activity, action. So long as you can prevent your mind from thinking about other things. So but normally people do multitasking, brushing their teeth and thinking about what to eat, or where to go, what to do.
Okay. So when Ajaan, so when I need to do the thinking, then I will stop chanting Buddha and then do the thinking. For example, to think.
Yes, if you have to, because in your normal routine, you still have to work and you have to think, but only what you have to think.
So in between where I do not need to use the thinking, the thinking mind, then I will will either chant Buddha or sit down in meditation.
Or focus on what you do. If you're not doing anything, if you just happen to be sitting down, not doing anything, then watch your breathing or use Buddha.
Okay.
The goal is to stop thinking aimlessly, daydreaming.
Aimlessly, daydreaming. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Raja.
Next, Eugene from Taiwan.
Good evening, Pa Ajaan. Today I have several questions. The first one is when I practice metta, karuna, ubeka, mudita, first I should practice ubeka and then I practice metta, or practice metta then practice the karuna. Have step by step.
No. It depends on the situation requires you to use whichever one. If you're meeting people, you use metta, friendliness. Metta is friendliness. You smile at people when you meet them. Say how are you? How are you? And this is metta. Or if somebody did something wrong to you, you forgive them. You don't get angry at them. This is metta. Or if you want to make people happy, you act as a Santa Claus. Give them something. This is metta. But if the situation requires that you use karuna, which is compassion, is when somebody needs help, then you use compassion. If they need your help, they have a flat tire, and they say, "Oh, can you help me change my flat tire?" And you say, "Okay, no problem. We can do that for you. You have no tools. We have tools in our car. We'll help you doing that." This is compassion. Mudita is when somebody get a raise or get promoted, and you congratulate them. Be happy with them. Ubeka is when there's nothing you can do for them. You use ubeka. If they get sick and you cannot help, you cannot make them healthy.
I think of upekha is most difficult, right?
If you practice meditation, it will not be difficult. If you don't meditate, then you don't have the real ubeka, so you find it difficult. But if you meditate, you get to the fourth jhana, and your mind will have ubeka automatically.
Yes, because if I saw someone in suffering, but I cannot help them, and in that moment we'll have strong feeling about sad and unhappy, sadness.
But you can use wisdom. You can only do so many things. Anything beyond your ability, then you just have to leave it alone. You're not Superman. To tell yourself, I'm not a Superman. I cannot do everything for everybody.
When I was a senior high school student, I go to a Chinese lineage Buddhist temple for several months, and a lady, he do everything service, for example, cooking, washing the toilet, and everything. Also go to hall to listen the sutra and the Dhamma talking. And after that, he always doing the walking meditation or sitting meditation. He's a good practitioner. But after that, several years, I back to the temple to see Dhamma friends. But the lady get the problem, the mental disease, very strong. So maybe become a big problem for everyone in temple. So they stopped her get into the main hall to listen to Dhamma talking, because sometimes she will murmuring to affect other people listen the Dharma teaching. But her husband also don't like her anymore because they think too strong practice Dharma then become mental illness. So at that time, I feel very sad because nobody can help her. So I say, for me, practice Ubeka is most difficult for practice.
If you don't have any practice before, everything is difficult. But if you keep doing it, then it will become easier as you go along. With Ubeka, you need to meditate to get the real Ubeka.
So how about a lady let it go, or?
Yes, the Buddha say when you cannot help anybody, then you use the law of karma. Say, this is the law of karma taking effect on the person.
Oh, I see. I believe that.
Yeah, okay.
And
once the law of karma does thing, nobody can stop it.
It's true. Many years ago, have a very big earthquake, and some people died. The 2 months have Dhamma talking. The first one said, "Is the karma we should understand and calm down." And many people feel angry because they said the people is suffering. Then you say is all your karma, then they cannot accept. The second month, Dhamma talking said, all the people died in earthquake, they are bodhisattva because they teach us to understand the world is dukkha.
Yes, yes.
So which one is better to talk to other people when they are in suffering? You are bodhisattva because you let other people understand the world, the loka is dukkha.
Well, you have to first make sure they want to hear it from you, first of all. If they don't want to hear from you, then you don't say anything.
How can I understand? I cannot reading other people's heart.
Yeah, when you start talking and then they start arguing with you and they don't want to listen to you anymore.
I see.
Simple. When you say something and they argue and then say, okay, then it's not the right time to talk. Okay.
Thank you very much. I will try my best to continue practice Ubeka and
you just recently have an earthquake, right? Just there.
Yes, this week, 2 days ago, Taiwan have a strong.
Did you feel the effect of the earthquake?
Yes, I forget put on chanting.
No tsunami though. Any tsunami?
Oh no, but the building is
destroyed. One of the buildings is destroyed.
Yes.
Some people die also, right?
Few, but the building hurt some people.
Okay, this is something you should use as Dhamma. Anicca. Life is anicca. Life is impermanent. Anatta, you cannot control it. So accept it.
Okay.
Then you will have no dukkha. If you don't accept it, if you ask why, you will keep getting dukkha.
Until now, I still remember the lady in temple. I cannot forget because I do nothing for her.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Next, Nanapat from Ubon Ratchathani, Thailand.
นมัสการค่ะท่านอาจารย์ I don't have any question ค่ะ Happy to listening in ค่ะ Thank you ค่ะ
Anangalika Adelaide, Michelle from Udon Thani, Thailand. How are you? Good? How you help?
I'm practicing and let's just see what happens.
Whatever will be, right? Kesara, Sera.
Exactly.
Life is like that. Life is with the work of nature. It's like a storm. It's like the snow. You don't know when it's gonna happen, right?
I have trained myself, and I'm quite used now to jump into the unknown.
Mm-hmm. It's known. It's just that we don't want to accept it, so it becomes the unknown. We know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get sick. We're gonna die. There's no one.
We don't know always when.
When, where, or when. But it doesn't matter, right? Where or when doesn't make much difference. Where you die or when you die doesn't make much difference. But the point is, who dies? That's the point that you should search for. And you'll find that you don't die with your body. Your body is not you. That's enlightenment.
Well, I'm persuaded since a long time that I'm not that body, and that when the body die, I will not die. But I'm not awakened.
The body is just a puppet. You're the puppet master.
Absolutely.
You're the puppeteer. And you move the body around, tell the body what to do. So you're not the body. You're just the one who tells the body what to do. You are invisible. Nothing can hurt you. Even a nuclear bomb cannot hurt you. The only thing that can hurt you is your desire, your defilement, your delusion, your avijja. So you need wisdom. Once you have wisdom, then nothing can hurt you anymore. Because you'll find out that you are invincible. You cannot be touched by anybody or anything. The only thing that touches you is your own delusion, your own defilement. Once you get rid of this delusion and defilement, then nothing can touch you, nothing can hurt you. Right? So practice mindfulness, samadhi and panya, then you'll get wisdom. Okay? Any question?
No question, Ajaan. Thank you.
Okay, good. Next, Charles from Bangkok. You've been away for a while. Been on a holiday? Vacation?
Oh, Ajaan. Well, both working, traveling. I went to retreat several times, actually.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just returned on Sunday. Ajaan, I have a few questions about a practice of recollection. So the commentary recommend 6 or 10 actually recollection. How can we do that actually? So we sit properly, like meditation posture, and calm down the mind, and then doing that for how long? Actually, what's the best way to practice recollection?
You don't need to meditate when you recollect. You can do it in any posture.
Okay.
Anywhere, anytime. Recollecting means to remind you of the truth. Like, having been born, I'm subjected to aging, sickness, and death, and separation.
Typically, the first 6 recollection is the triple gem, the Buddha, Sangha, and the Dhamma, and then the morality, generosity, or something like that. Just example of recollection of the Buddha. They talk about the light quality. So we just calm down, close our eyes, just try to...
No, I don't think you need to recollect these things. Once you start practicing, you can forget about these things.
Oh, okay.
You should recollect on vipassana now. See, those recollections are for beginners, for kindergarten.
Oh.
Those who don't know who the Buddha, the Dhamma, or the Sangha is.
Oh.
Once you're in the advanced stage of vipassana, you don't recollect the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, your sila, or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
You recollect on the three characteristics of existence.
Yeah.
Anicca, dukkha, anatta.
That's why our question is recollection of the Dharma, right? Can we choose the subject we feel that we want to know more, or we want to remind ourselves, and we want to understand deeply, like the Four Noble Truths, or some like the Paticca Samuppada, or something particularly important, right? So,
I think you should recollect on the 10 fetters. That's the best thing.
That's the target.
Yeah, that's the target. Don't be distracted by all the other information.
Okay, good. I think reading, studying, listen to Dharma should be sufficient. No need to practice recollection. Okay, very good. Thank you, Ajahn. And then another question is about, I want to ask about, okay, the Buddha statue. Usually, I see the Buddha statue when it, for example, we move in the new home, right? They try to put it the face facing the east. But my question is there any particular requirement when it must be east or north or up to us or up to our convenience?
According to the Buddha statue has no place in Buddhism.
Okay.
See, he said that's not me.
Okay.
If you want to see me, see the Dhamma, study the Dhamma.
Yes,
I am the Dhamma.
Yeah, that's my
The
understanding.
Dhamma is me.
The tradition.
Yeah, this is delusional. See, so I'm trying to correct this delusion. So you can forget about the statue. If you want to use the statue, use Buddha instead. Just keep reciting Buddha. It's better. You can do it anywhere. You don't have to worry about the direction where you place it.
Okay. Yes, good answer. I think, yes.
That's what the statue is there for, to remind you to recite Buddha. That's the purpose.
I think for the beginner, at least they see the teacher, right? This is the Dharma, actually. It's this teacher teach us, right? So we just show our respect to the teacher. That's it. But I think without it, we still, still remember what he teach, right? I understand. Okay, one more question about the practice. So when we practice vipassana, when we observe our body, we sometimes feel this body vibration. So my question is, sometimes the vibration is like related to the rhythm of the heartbeat, So I want to ask about what is the relationship between the vibration and the rhythm of heartbeat? Is there any relationship, how they work together? And
you have to go ask the doctor.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with vipassana practice.
Oh, I think we one of the practice, we observe our body sensation. So we really aware what's going on with the body.
No. The body sensation is pain. That's the only thing you have to worry about. Other thing is not important. It's only the pain that causing you dukkha that you want to deal with.
Okay, I understand. Because I always refer to the so-called sutra-based practice, right? Always a high level of samadhi, and then naturally move to vipassana. But in a modern practice, they always put the two things, sometimes parallel. So that's why we have that kind of practice, right? But we just move to the deep samadhi chan level, and then naturally go to vipassana. That we don't have that kind of experience, I believe. But I I'm not in high level chan yet.
Well, the body is like an automobile. When an automobile will sometimes shake, or sometimes the engine, or So it's just the working of the body. There's nothing you have to worry about. As long as it still functions, it's okay. And one day it's gonna stop functioning. That's all you need to know about the body.
What they try to do is through the feeling of the body, and they try to practice the
only feeling is pain. The only feeling is pain.
Okay, the pain.
That's what affects you most. Other feeling they don't hurt you. They don't affect you.
So we use the experience of pain to practice upekkha, the equanimity, saying that arising, passing away.
To teach the mind to understand the nature of pain. It is something that is not under your control.
It's coming, going, anicca.
Yeah.
Yes, this is. And also when we have a pleasant sensation, we also don't attach to it as well. Okay, so So the vibration and the rhythm of the heartbeat, so not very different.
It might indicate the status of your body. Maybe something is going wrong with your body now. Like a car, when you drive, normally you won't hear anything different, right? But one day you start to hear some sound coming from your car, and you say, "Oh, something's wrong with this car."
Okay.
Maybe just an indication to let you know that your body, something is wrong with your body. Maybe you should have a physical checkup.
No. It's very normal because when for example, I calm down, right? I can feel my heartbeat.
Okay.
Every
If it's
part,
normal,
actually,
then there's nothing to worry about. If it's normal, then
normal.
you have
But
to.
when the mind is calming up, we know what's going on with our body. Yeah. I think quite normal lah. Just calm down. You really.
Yeah. When you start to have
observe, you
pain,
can see.
when you start to have pain, you know there's something wrong with your body.
Yes, pain is obviously. Even we don't pain, I think we can feel. Every part of our body is like, kind of vibration, moving, not stand still. Our body is always like. You can really, if I calm down, you're always feeling something about every part of the body. Yeah. But any benefit, I don't know. I call
just treat it as anicca. This is anicca.
Of course, it's anicca. This is the way to understand.
Not anicca, changing.
Anicca. Yeah, anicca.
The body constantly change.
Yes, that's the way to realize the anicca.
It's anatta. You cannot control it.
Yes.
So accept it for what it is, for whatever it is. If you accept it, then there's no dukkha. That's all.
Exactly. Yes. Okay. I think I let other to ask question. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Professor Kenneth from Switzerland.
Good afternoon, Ajahn. I have no questions at the moment. Thank you.
Okay. Where you live in Switzerland, is it near the mountain Jungfrau?
Not really. I live just now a bit north of Bern, the capital.
North of Bern. Okay. But not too far. Not too far from Interlaken.
Yeah, if I went to go to Jungfrau, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see the Jungfrau from my window, from my apartment.
Okay.
I can see it in the distance.
You go there often?
No, not very often.
Not very often. You don't do skiing or anything like that?
No, I used to ski a bit, but my knees and things like that are not quite.
Anicca.
The body is going downhill. I get sore knees, so I gave it up.
Okay, you have any question?
No question today, Ajahn. Thank you.
Okay. Juan Liman from Malaysia.
Ajahn, good evening. Ajahn, our goal of practice is to keep the mind calm, quiet, and empty from thoughts. So we keep continuous mindfulness and watching the body and mind and thoughts and not reacting. So when the mind is tired of watching, can we just stay in the emptiness and do nothing?
It depends on where you are. If you're alone and you're not doing anything, then you don't have to watch it, except your mind. Watch whether your mind, you are thinking or not. If you still think, then you should stop it.
If not thinking?
If not thinking, then there's nothing to do. Just watch your mind. Let it stay calm and not reacting, not desiring, not craving for anything.
Is there any other ways to rest the mind?
To rest the mind is to stop thinking. That's resting the mind. And you can do it with mindfulness, or you can do it with wisdom. Mindfulness, when you start to think, you use butto to stop it. Or you use wisdom, you talk to your mind, ask, what do you want? And You want something that you use wisdom to tell. Whatever you want is all gonna be dukkha. Because everything you want is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Once you see that it's anicca, dukkha, anatta, then you don't want anything. So you stop thinking, stop desiring for anything.
So at that time, we can just pause and stay in the.
Just stay mindful, just stay watchful, that's all. Just stay knowing, just merely knowing. If you hear something, if you're not thinking about the sound you hear, then okay. Don't make any critical remark, mental remarks when you hear something or see something. Just let them come and go. Okay?
Okay.
Don't react. Don't react with like or dislike or fear or delusion. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Machi Mamiel from Thailand.
Good evening,ท่านอาจารย์ No question for me tonight. Thank you.
Next, Ruth Lee from Indonesia.
Evening, Ajahn. I don't have any question tonight. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Alfredo from Brazil. Cold there now, huh? Putting on a warm clothing.
Hi, but very cold here. Winter.
How cold it is? How cold is it?
2 degrees Celsius.
2 Celsius, 2 degrees
12,
Celsius.
12.
Oh, 12.
11, 12.
Okay.
Yeah. I was sick on my plate.
You have heating inside your house? You have heating?
Eating, yes.
Okay. So inside the house is warm, not as cold as outside.
Yes, I eating here, and I eating get out in restaurant. Barbitex.
Yes.
Simple food.
Simple food.
Yes.
Good.
Bante, I watch you in Pindapata.
Yes.
Is many things for one day. Is for one day.
Yes.
All the is much meal.
Much of what?
Much meal.
Much food. A lot of food.
Much food for yes, one day.
Yeah, because we have some 500 people giving food on Sunday.
Yes.
People want to make merit. People want to make good karma for the future life. So this is like putting money in the bank for them.
Yes, very beautiful.
Yes, but we monks don't keep the food that we don't eat. We give to other people, give to poor people. Yes. There are many poor people waiting in line to get the food left over from the monk.
Yes, you distribute for other peoples.
Yes.
Yes.
Because there's quite a lot of people are unemployed. During COVID, there's no work for them, so they have to rely on charity.
Yes, some merits.
Yes. Okay. But you have enough food. You don't have to go begging for food like me, huh?
I would, but in Brazil it's very difficult. My neighborhood is very silent. It's very okay to me.
Yes. Okay.
But I'm fasted.
Oh yeah.
I'm not involved a lot with my neighborhood.
Yeah, better that way. Better stay alone.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Good.
Nice talking to you.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll go to your neighbor now, Ricardo. He's from Uruguay. He's next door, isn't he? Uruguay.
Yes. Thank you, Bante. Nice to see Alfredo. I have no questions today. Nice to see you again. I have one of my sons was sick. That's why I was not participating on your talks, but he's fine now. I just would like to make 2 or 3 comments. First one, I keep translating into Spanish your talks from the books you gave me and trying to give to the Sangha here in Uruguay. Second, today I will buy a ticket to go to Thailand in January.
Okay.
So
you can
like
come and
to
stay with us when you get here. You can stay with us like before.
thank you.
But,
Yes.
but you should let us know ahead so we can
Yeah.
have reservation for you.
Right. Okay. I will write before. And just for kind of a joke, I saw you a picture of you when you were very young with a sunbeam car.
Sunbeam car. Yeah. That's my
Yeah.
first car in the US. I bought a used Sunbeam car for $500.
Beautiful car.
Yeah.
Beautiful car.
But it's a wreck. It needs a lot of repair. You drive it for a few days, then you have to, it breaks down. You have to put it back in the shop. So after a while, I gave up and sold it and get a Volkswagen, and brand new Volkswagen instead.
That's good. That's good. That is Anicha also. Anicha.
Yeah, Anicha.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Bante. Thank you.
Nice talking to you. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Okay, Alvin from Malaysia.
Good evening. I don't have any question. Thank you.
Okay, Christine Koi from Malaysia also.
Today I have an update from my father's friend. Previously, I follow him go to pay respect to Long Po. So I have a good news saying that he planned to visit and bring me along. I mean, we have a small group. So next year, February, we plan to pay respect at Long Po.
Okay, I'll see you when you come.
Yeah, and like Long Po said, make marriage.
Yes, put the money in the bank for your future.
Yeah. I was putting since I was I think 10 years old.
Good.
Yeah.
Keep making marriage. This is for your future life. After you die, you need marriage to keep you happy. If you have no marriage, then you will not be happy.
Yeah, actually, Long Po, I can enjoy the marriage now. It start to return.
Yes, you enjoy it here now too, and later on when you have nobody.
Yes, and I hope that my life will be more time to practice and no need to work.
Yes, if you make the goal and then make the arrangement, then you will have the time to practice. You have to make up the schedule for yourself.
Yeah. And I'm so happy that my father's friend he told me about your news. He read a lot, so he said 2008 Luang Ta did came to visit you, and wow, you are so wonderful. I was like, wow. I'm so blessed. I feel I'm so blessed. We all in the Zoom meeting are so blessed.
Okay.
Thank you, Long Po.
You're welcome. Next, Sri and Jack from Vancouver. Canada. We are not Superman, right?
I'm not superwoman. I have a favorite. I have a. You have a good quote today. Just now you say, "Hunger won't kill you, but fullness will kill your meditation." And don't be afraid of hunger, because hunger is a blessing in disguise, and it will help your meditation. Wow, I really like that quote. Just now you gave. Yeah, because I think all my life I've been taught that be afraid of hunger. You're the first person to tell me don't be afraid of hunger. So that's really
yes, especially if you want to meditate. Hunger will be a good tool to push you to meditate, to force you to meditate.
And it's a blessing in disguise, like you said.
But if you're not a meditator, then hunger will force you to eat more.
But yeah, Ajahn always give me another perspective and another like you always say things that opposite from other, like not all the time, but a lot of times, like it's yeah, it's very sharp and like it's like true Dhamma. It's like yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's against the stream. I'll say like
the Dhamma and defilement is like on the flip side of each other. I think. Like a record, you know, record. You have the flip side and the front side. Dhamma and defilement seems to be on the opposite side of each other.
Record is like, you mean like the record player?
Yeah, the record, you know, the long play, before we have no CDs, right?
Yeah.
And you have two sides to play with. They call the flip side.
Oh.
So life is like that. You know, life, there's a flip side to everything. One side is good, the other side is bad.
But very little. I hear very little that's it's the other side. Now everybody's saying this side. Like I said, like everybody is afraid of hunger, but you're the only one that say don't be afraid of hunger. It's
that's because I use fasting to help me advance in my practice. So it's a very useful tool, hunger. Food is no good. Food makes you lazy. When you eat, when you have a full stomach, you want to go to sleep. You don't want to meditate. You don't want to do walking meditation. You keep just, you know, keep become drowsy. Keep yawning.
And it's even harder for like Alfredo was saying, there's so much food, like there's such a generous people in Thailand, your area, and it's a like if it's a non-practicing, it'll be so like it's a big like amount of food, and you have to be so mindful to take like what you need, like from that big amount of food like that people are giving in your Pindapada, like when you can go for Pindapada.
Once you practice and your mind becomes full, then food is no longer an issue. You just eat just enough for the body. Regardless of how much food you have, you know you only take this much. Because your mind is not hungry, not hunger for food.
Wow. Oh. Because your mind is full. Oh.
When your mind is calm, when your mind has samadhi, have equanimity, then your mind is full. Okay, any question?
Ajaan, when you say jhana is impermanent, meaning that someone cannot stay in the jhana state for forever.
But can you stay in jhana all the time? It's quite obvious. No one can stay.
Yeah.
The Buddha couldn't stay in jhana forever. He has to come out and eat. The body needs to, to be looked after.
Yeah. But for one who knows how to get to jhana, is this like impermanent as well? Like meanings like
no, knowing how to do it is not impermanent.
So once you find a way to get
You
into
can
jhana,
always go back. You can always do it anytime you want. It's like you knowing how to make money, right? You keep making money, right?
Not really. Okay, so once one know the way, then
yeah, that's why there's a Chinese proverb that says, "Don't give people fish, teach them how to fish." Okay.
Oh, you know that saying, Ajahn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you give them fish, once they finish eating the fish, they come back for more fish. Right? But if you teach them how to catch fish, then they don't have to come back because they will know how to catch fish. When they run out of fish, they can go do more fishing themselves.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that is the same, man. One who know how to make money, then he will always know how to make money.
That's right. That's why we go to school, right? Not how to make money.
Okay. And another question, Ajahn. Like for those who fast, and if he or she has a medical condition, like after fasting or has low blood sugar, like normally what do people do?
It's not suitable for that person. He has to use some other method. Maybe doing a lot of walking instead to prevent sleepiness. Walking for many hours, walking meditation for many hours. Or go to stay in a cemetery where you can become fearful, then you won't be sleepy. So you have to find different methods to deal with your sleepiness, your laziness.
Oh.
So this is not the one way that everybody can have to use. It's just one of the choice you can make. Depends on your preference, depends on your condition, your physical condition. Some people take the practice of not sleeping, not lying down. Just use remaining in the three postures only. Walking, standing, and sitting, not lying down. To prevent from sleeping too much. They call it Satchik, I think. So it depends on your character, which is suitable for you.
How long people practice that one? The Nesachik?
It depends on them. It's like fasting. You don't do it all the time. You feel that maybe during this time you're a bit lazy, so you say, "Oh, I'll do Nesachik for 2 days or 3 days." Once you overcome your laziness, then you can stop. See, this is just a tool to push your practice going. That's all. Once your practice started to go, then if you feel you don't need to do it, then you don't have to do it. Only when it starts to slow down again, then you'll say, "Okay, we'll have to push you more." And eventually, when your practice become automatic, you never feel lazy anymore. Then you won't need these measures anymore. It's only when you're starting that you find it difficult to meditate, to practice. Then you have to find something to force it to meditate, force you to meditate.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Go to Belinda from Singapore.
Hello, Tanajan. It's uplifting to be in the Zoom session.
Okay.
Tanajan, I want to ask you about letting go.
Letting go. Yes, just letting go. Don't hold on to it. That's all. Letting go. Don't hold on. Don't cling. No clinging. No attachment. It means letting go. If things gonna go, let it go. Don't try to pull it back, because it can cause you a lot of stress. If you let go, then there will be no stress. When you try to bring something that would go back, it won't come back. And when it comes back, it won't stay for long anyway. If it's gonna leave, if it's gonna go sooner or later. So it's better leave it naturally. Let things be naturally. If they want to go, let them go. If they want to stay, let them stay. If they want to come, let them come. Like painful feeling, they come and go. So if they stay, they want to stay, you have to let them stay. If they want to go, let them go. If they want to come, let them come. Then you will have no dukkha. Dukkha arises because you don't want them to come when they come. You don't want to. You don't want them to stay when they stay. You want them to go and they don't go, then you get dukkha.
So like a habit, some habit in the mind. Sometimes, after letting go, and then sometimes the mind just like, hey, a sense of justice or sense of resentment, the habit, the mind, the thinking mind, or recollection of the past, and then there's the, and then you just come back again, the unwanted guest. But it feels like self-created, then it is mind-made, but yet it's not so easy to see where to untie the knots. So like Ajahn say, to watch when it's dukkha, we watch, and not just wanting to so sometimes rationalizing can be just it boils back to mindfulness. Is it, Ajahn?
No, when you rationalize it, it depends on how you rationalize. You can rationalize with defilement or with wisdom. These are two different types of rationalize. Sometimes you think with wisdom, sometimes you think with defilement. When you think with defilement, you're creating dukkha. When you're thinking with wisdom, you eliminate dukkha.
Sometimes we think ignorantly, we think that we rationalize correctly, but it's actually another shield of ignorance.
Yeah, it's all ignorance. If you don't see everything as anatta, then it's all ignorant. You have to see everything as anatta, as being like the wind or the sun or the rain. Something you cannot control.
So when we see that,
you let go. You
we
leave them
raise the
alone.
awareness. We raise our awareness, knowing that there's
not much you can do anything about. Then you will have no stress, no dukkha, no anxiety, no worry.
It's like accept, right, Ajahn? Accepting.
Right, accept reality. Except you're having a buffet meal, not an a la carte meal. or Chinese food, they come and give you 10-course meal.
Oh.
You don't order, right? You just give you a
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you.
Okay, good. Remember Chinese meal, 10-course meal. Okay. Life is like that. Accept them. Whatever you're given, just accept. Then there will be no dukkha. Okay, next, Gary from Singapore. So, Gary.
Good evening, Ajahn. Thank you for the Dhamma teaching. No questions from me tonight.
Okay, Philip from Malaysia, and Adeline.
Good evening, Ajahn. I have several questions tonight, and I hope these questions come out correctly. This is with regards to last week's discussion, I think raised by Michelle Adeline, with regards to memories where some enlightened monks can't remember names, but they still, as you mentioned, still know the 3 marks of existence. My question is that the memories are not part of the 5 khandhas, correct? And
it is sanya.
Sanya. And our memories are also, I mean, it's like a construct. They are also susceptible to what they call birth, death, and dissolution.
No, see, the 4 Namakanda is not destroyed after death. It still remain with the mind. It goes with the mind to the next birth.
So memories are part of the sanya.
Yeah, that's where recollection of past life comes from.
Okay.
You use sanya to recollect past lives.
Okay. So the sanya is a recollection of recollection. So the next question is that the understanding of the 3 marks of existence, right, can only exist in the present moment, right? Because you are aware of, or what is it? What's the word I'm trying to find out? You are very conscious of the present moment, right?
It's based on reality. The 3 characteristics of existence is based on reality, not on memory.
Yes.
So you don't forget.
Yes. So it only can happen in the present moment, not in the past nor in the future.
Everything doesn't happen in the past or the future. Everything happens now, here and now.
Okay. So therefore, the next question is because, of our delusion of holding on to memories that we think that there is a self, right? Because I am this person. You are the summation of all your memories, and you are summation of where you are. For a person who has lost his memory, he cannot even remember who the person is or who his relationship with the person they have it. So
he lacks the ability to recollect, and that ability results from the lack of mindfulness. If you have mindfulness, you can recollect a lot.
Okay. Right. So it's not a destruction, or it's not a destruction of or a dissolution of any of the memories.
No, it's just the lack of the ability to get to the information.
Okay.
If you have mindfulness, you can get back to a lot of information stored in your mind. That's why you can recollect past lives, for instance. The Buddha, once he go into jhana, go into Upajjhara Samadhi, then he has the ability to recollect past lives. And you need strong mindfulness to get there.
Understand.
So for people who practice mindfulness, they're not affected by dementia or Alzheimer's. They know all the time. The mind is constantly being aware all the time what's going on or what's going on. You might not be able to remember names sometimes. If you introduce yourself to me once and say, I am Philip, and I don't see you for a few days, I might not remember what you Philip, because I don't reinforce your name to stay in my memory. But if I keep reciting your name all the time, then I won't forget. Lots of memory sometimes because the lack of reinforcement of the information that you get. That's why when you go to school, you learn something that you have to do homework, right? You have to keep memorizing what you learn, or else you won't be able to pass the examination. Especially with subject that needs memory, like history or something like that. You have to remember everything. But if it's something to do with rationality, logic, you don't need to memorize. As long as you understand the logic, you can remember it. Like mathematics, science, this is something you use logic instead of memory. Once you know 2 + 2 is 4, you'll remember for the rest of your life. You'll never forget.
Okay. Understand, Ajahn.
Okay, so once you understand the 3 characteristics of existence, you'll never forget. It's understanding. It's not memory. This is understanding or wisdom or panya, called panya, not sanya.
Yeah, sanya is knowing, right? It's knowing.
Understanding.
Understand.
Right view. Samadhi.
Okay.
With samadhi, you don't forget, like the Four Noble Truths. You never forget the Four Noble Truths. But for you, you might still forget because it's not panya for you yet. It's still sanya for you. You can, and if you don't think about it, after a while, you might forget what are the Four Noble Truths. But if you practice and you see the Four Noble Truths alive in your mind, then you'll never forget that. When you have stress and you see, oh, my stress is caused by my craving, for instance, and the way to stop my stress is to stop my craving. If you can stop your craving, then your stress will disappear. Then this will be understanding. You don't have to remember. You don't have to memorize. It's like when you touch something hot, for instance, you won't touch it again, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
When you touch fire, for instance, you see fire and say, "Oh, this is nice." Put your hand in the fire and say, "Oh no, this is very hot." Yeah. Next time you won't go and touch that fire again, forever. You'll never forget because it's real. It's not memorized. It's like someone said, "Don't go touch that fire." You can forget, because you haven't yet know how bad that fire is until you actually touch it and say, "Oh, now I know why I shouldn't touch it." This is different from memory. Memory is like you introduce me, your name, I'm Philip. Then after a few days, I forget your name. You forget my name. In order not to forget, you have to keep thinking about my name all the time. Then you won't forget. But once you start using it for a while, you can forget. Even like languages. If you start using language for a while, you find it difficult to use it. Because these are all memory.
Okay.
Ajahn, for example, like let's say like chanting the suttas, like for me, I find it easier to, I don't know, I feel like maybe in previous lives, I've heard it before. So that's why when I chant it, I can remember it easily. Is that
Probably, yes.
Yeah, it becomes like very natural. I don't have to look at the book or to really memorize it.
If you find something easy to do, it means you have already done it before.
I see.
If you find it difficult, then it's something you haven't done before.
All right.
Okay.
So the the construct of the self, right, is the
A
combination.
concept is a concept created by the mind. Like before, people have the concept of the earth being flat. Right, the earth being flat. It's not real, right? Now we know it's round. It's a ball, not a disc, not a table.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a concept.
It's a concept, yeah.
The self, the I is a concept.
Yeah.
I think, I feel. It's just a concept. When you meditate, you stop this concept and you say, what happened to I? There's no I anymore. When you stop thinking, when you stop sanya, sankhara, nothing, emptiness, just knowing. Then there's only one thing that's left, is knowing. This knowing you cannot not stop it from. You cannot erase it from yourself. It's part of you. It's you. But this knowing is not I. It's just a work of nature. Like the wind, the sun, and the rain, like the earth, the water. This is our work of nature. But when they fall and make a body, and the delusion mind comes connected with the body, it trains the body as to be mine, myself, I. It's like claiming the earth to be flat. Same thing.
Okay, understand.
Okay.
Understand.
So you have to reverse this delusion by reminding yourself, no, the body is just the 4 elements. It's made up from the 4 elements. And eventually it will return back to the 4 elements, to its original form. Then the body will disappear, the I will disappear. Where would you be then when the body disappears? Then you say the body is in the mind, but when you stop thinking, the I also disappears. When you meditate, when you get into jhana, then everything, the I disappears. All that is left is just a knowing. But when you come out of jhana and you recombine with the body, you start to remember or think of the same way you used to think again. That's why when you have to be constantly reprogramming your thoughts. Instead of thinking of this body is me, think of it as not being me.
Understand.
And in order to make it stick, you have to actually do it. Prove it that you think this body is not you by not worrying about it, for instance. You don't worry about other people's body, right? So you should not worry about your body either, because it's not you either. So this is the way to prove, to really remind you that you have actually understand or know that this body is not you. It's not to be affected by your body, whatever happens to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Tanja.
This is the practice of vipassana.
Yes.
This is the real vipassana.
Yes.
To let go of your sakaya titi, your fetter.
Yes.
Of thinking of your body is you.
Yes.
Body is not you.
Because Tanajan, I mean the body a minute ago and the body now is not the same thing. It's not. It's
anicca. It's anicca. It's changing. It's changing.
So it's not. Yeah. It's not there. It's not there.
Well, it keeps changing, see? But the process is slow, so you cannot see the change. Yeah. Only when you take the photographs of yourself 5 years ago and take a look at it now and say, hey, that's a different person.
Yeah.
That's a different body.
Yeah. From
the body when you're 20 years old, what happened to it now?
Yeah. I mean, from the beginning of this conversation 1 hour ago, I mean,
it keeps changing, but it's so slow. It's so slow and so minute. You cannot see the difference.
No, I lost 4 pieces of hair on the table. So I mean, it's no more me. I mean, 1 hour ago, that 4 pieces of hair was on my head, but now it's just on the table.
And the Ajaan, you breathe out all the time. It's not you anymore.
Yes.
The water that you discharge from your body.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, just keep looking at it as the integration and this dissolution of the four elements. You keep taking in the four new elements all the time, and you discharging the old element. You're constantly exchanging old and new. See, you breathe in new air, then you exhale out old air. You drink new water, and then you discharge old water.
Yes.
You take in earth element, and then you discharge the old earth element. This is constantly going on your body.
Very good analogy.
Very good analogy, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
One big chemical reaction.
Yeah, it's all chemical. If you study chemical, the whole body is made of chemical. Oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, carbon.
Yes.
They come and form into different things.
Right. Yes.
No, you. The mind just happened to claim it to be you, that's all.
Yeah. Correct.
And the mind isn't you either. It's a delusion in the mind that caused this concept to arise. It's only a concept of I, and it's so heavily embedded in the mind, it becomes real.
The I is there because you are not mindful of the present moment, right?
It's always been there, whether you're mindful or not.
Okay.
The Buddha tried to trace the origin of the delusion, and he couldn't find where it started. It's always been there. It's been part of the mind. That's why we need to practice to enlighten, to bring wisdom, to get rid of the delusion. See, if you think about something for a long time, you believe in it. Like if you keep playing the role of a king, for instance, after a while you believe you're really a king, right? When in fact you're not. Somebody just appoint you as king, and after you play for a while, you become automatically think you are king. That's how the mind thinks of I. It's been programmed to think of itself as an I, so it eventually believes that it is an I itself. So it's very hard to shake out this feeling, this understanding. That's why you need to practice, to meditate. Then you can see the difference. Then when the mind stops, then everything, all the concepts stop. The conceptual world disappears. Then the reality world appears. And the reality world is emptiness and knowing. Okay.
Thank you very much. It's been very, very good.
We'll go to something like Om and Aim. You haven't gone to bed yet.
Hello, Ajaan. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very good. Good.
You have to go to school tomorrow?
Yes. Yes.
You finish your homework?
No. Yes. Yes, I don't have any homework.
Okay, good. Be a good boy and girl. Study hard, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just say hello, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Bye. Okay.
Bye. We have Arokaya Paramarapa.
Sadhu Bante, Sadhu. Yeah.
So how are you doing? Where are you staying now?
I am back in my house.
Oh, you still have your house? I thought you gave up your house.
No, I didn't succeed with that too. and I feel good here now because, as I told you, there are plenty of monasteries here in Europe. And I spoke to I was in Bremen, in Germany, and I spoke to the monk chief of them all. He started to build our 8 monasteries from Buddha Parami, the name. Buddha Parami. Yeah.
Yes, Buddha Parami.
And I met him.
Thai temple or?
Yeah, Thai temple, Brahma is actually they dwelling in Brahma Vihara, teacher. That is they build monasteries, they build things, and it's for the community. A lots of food, a lots of money, trees of money.
I think it's more for the general public, general Buddhist people who wants to make merit, not meditator, not meditating.
Yeah, and it can be shocking when a monk come there, ex-monk come there and is in Upeka all the time. So, but luckily was some monks there also. There was 13 monks in the day I left, and I could spoke to them all. One of them gave your contact. I forgot his name now, and because too many monks at once, so I just remember the monk chief is Ajaan Lumpo Pung, and Lumpo Tang. That Lumpo Tang is from here, close to me, 1 hour from here. Lumpo Tung is Lumpo Pung is from there, from Bremen. They received me as one of them. Was very well received. I was invited to join community, so if I stay along with them, soon is Upajaya in Copenhagen. But I decided to do my way alone, teacher. Until after 2.5 years, I'm retired. Then I can afford my medicine to Thailand, because I don't have nobody here to do that now for me, and I would not have money if I give it all away now before I get my pension. And by the way, your quarters are the only one that I see that suit me. And when I am retired, I can stay 3 months every year. I can stay 3 months with no problem out of Holland. And then if it's possible, I will be nearby you, outside or inside Vatican. And because my studies, like tonight, I just slept 1.5 hours. I do it hard, teacher. I go for real. And that's all what I do, with all interference from outside world. But I learned also to keep Upeka all the time. Or at least intercalated. I come back always to my mantra, and most of times I only answer. I don't start chatting.
Good. As long as you can meditate, it doesn't matter where you are or where you stay.
You told me before you invite me to become a monk, you did not knew that also. I was about to leave, you told me that was like to say goodbye. And then you said, you meditate all the time, wherever you are. So exactly what you said now. And
yes. And sometimes if you become a monk, when you first started, you might not be able to meditate as much as you were a lay person. Because being a monk, you have to learn the trick of being monks.
It was very nice experience there, teacher. I mean, I'm very, I can keep things in the air, because I was many times in place I couldn't speak the language. I developed some kind of special, captain understanding, catch the things in the air. I understand it by seeing more. Also, like I asked Ajahn Iwi, your assistant, does
Yes.
Ajaan Suchart come to the Pana ever? He said never. So I was there to check this also. How was your life, your history, and then you replicate it. So you point us the direction. And let's say these problems with sleeping, I don't have it anymore, because when I feel like to sleep, I sleep. You know, I sleep until I don't want to sleep anymore, and then most of times when there are those breaks in between that I have to do some other things that take me out of meditation, it's start all again. And I guess people who work will have this every weekend. They feel like to sleep, and when they start to get the video, the energy back, it's time to go to work again. So I'm lucky that I can extend. But I think my only problem, teacher, maybe you can help me. I think maybe like Jean Mon, I was also a bodhisattva in other incarnation, and I have my heart always. I just put somebody in monastery today, you know, but it cost me 3, 4, 5 days to busy with him. I just bring him to the bus and pay the bus, and he's in the monastery by his own choice.
Okay.
So, but you see, I end up I don't have many friends anymore, but I find difficult just to say, sorry, I can't, my bell don't work. You are my only friend in the Facebook. Now I open for everybody who want to see, because I forgot that it was closed. But now I post me as a monk. And the moment you invited me to be a monk, the exact moment was pictured by your cameraman that films every day there. And he showed me, look, I make these pictures of you speaking to Ajaan Suchart. I said, that's the exactly moment you invite me to become a monk. You make me an offer that I couldn't refuse. So I took it over. You told me don't let it go for no price, but was a medic. They could not afford my medicine there, and now they find out that my problem in the, sorry that I say it all, because it was all in my head to tell you this week. So if you don't mind, I say the things online, all the things I say, because my sciatic, since I came there, I had inflammation in my sciatic, and now they find out that is under pressure, so I can correct it now by operation maybe. And so it was the right moment to leave there. They couldn't do that, and either they couldn't provide me internet to solve my problems, to finish, to give up my house and everything. In the end, they could find sometimes internet with a lots of stress for all the monks, because it's not allowed to have internet there. And then I find and then came Corona there. And then when that came, was all at once, I gave them a lots of time to try to solve by their means. And they come with the answer, you have to find somebody to send you your medicine. And okay, the pen was very nice, because my teacher, pen is my teacher. I enter UPK, the pen can be there. I don't care. It is gone.
Okay,
Hunger,
you have to wrap it up now. I have to go to some other people.
Okay.
There. Okay. Nice talking to you.
I hope I told you everything I want to tell you, that I feel also that it has to be told, all those things.
Okay, no problem at all. Whatever happens, already gone.
Yes, let it go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Next, Evie from Indonesia.
Yeah, Ajaan.
Speak
Namo
louder.
Buddhaya. Namo
Okay.
Buddhaya, Ajaan. Can Ajaan
Good.
hear me?
Yes, good.
Ajaan, what is the basis for training oneself from Dana, Sila, Bhavana, and after being able to do this, then the advanced level is Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Is that true, Ajaan? Is that correct?
No, they're like steps. when you have done all the dana, then you go to sila, then you go to bhavana.
Bhavana.
Yeah.
And the next step after we do dana, sila, bhavana, so the
You
next
get
level is
enlightened. You get enlightenment.
and
You
when
get vimutti.
after have enlightened, we just can go to sila, samadhi, panya.
Once you become enlightened, then you don't have to do anything anymore. You don't have to practice anymore. The practice is like a boat that takes you across to the other shore. Once you cross the river, get to the other shore, you get off the boat and you leave the boat alone.
Yeah, because sometimes I read sila, samadhi, panya, dana, sila, bhavana. What's the difference?
The difference is dana. Dana is added for lay people because lay people have lots of money, so they need to get rid of their money first before
the
they can get to
basic.
sila and bhavana.
Dana, sila, bhavana. And after bhavana, so comes out sila, samadhi, panya.
No, bhavana is vipassana, samatha and vipassana, which is samadhi and panya. Okay, get it?
Yeah. And Ajahn said just earlier about if we touch fire, we will know, oh, the fire is hot, so we don't want to touch them anymore. So what about people who often repeat action that tend to harm themselves, such as causing problem for themselves and not getting a solution and then becoming stressed? This is what happened a lot in life today. This is just like to touch the fire, right? So is this the stupidity?
No,
that
it's a
needs
lack of mindfulness. Lack of mindfulness. They know it's bad for them, but they cannot stop themselves from going back to doing the same mistake again.
like touch the
Because
fire, right?
yeah, that's touch of fire. Like you get married and then you get divorced because it was so bitter living with that person. But
And
once
get
you
married again.
then you get married again because you're so lonely and you need another person to keep you company. So you forget about the bitterness you get from your last marriage.
So this
But
is
if,
the
but if you have
stupidity.
mindfulness, you won't forget. If you have mindfulness, I say, no more. Once is enough.
Oh, this is not the stupidity, but the lack of mindfulness.
Lack of mindfulness.
The
To remember,
forgetfulness.
to remember what happened before.
Yeah, because people think maybe this is the best lah. So I can try. So the person try the new man or new wife.
New thing. Hope that will be better, but it's all the same.
Yeah, it's the
It's all
same old
anicca,
thing.
dukkha, anatta.
Yeah. Oh, because it's not because they haven't seen the noble eightfold path, so they still stupid
No,
and easy to fall.
they're too weak to resist their cravings. The desire is too strong for them to resist. And the desire is creating a lot of loneliness and sadness and so they want to get rid of this loneliness and sadness by remarrying. But then
Yeah. Okay. And
but if you can meditate, then you can resist your craving because you don't need to get happiness from cravings. You can get happiness from meditation instead.
yeah, but not longer, Ajahn. When wake up from meditation, just maybe the happiness just stay for half day. After half day,
Or you have to do all
it's
day.
gone.
Then you have to practice all day. You have to meditate all day. That's what monks do all day. They do nothing but meditate all day.
Still cannot, Ajahn, because I have
Meditate
work to
and
do again.
mindfulness.
I have
Because
work.
you're not a monk, see.
Yeah, yeah,
If you want to do
yeah,
all day, then you have to become a monk. Become
yeah.
a nun.
Still cannot. And I want to ask again, but Does wanting to be a beautiful include being attached to the body? Ajahn once said that a Sotapana is not attached to the body anymore, but still has a sensual pleasure. Isn't that the same thing, Ajahn?
Being connected to the body and having desire for the body is two different things.
Like
you can be connected to someone and you don't have any desire for that someone.
If we want to be a beautiful, like we color our hair, we put makeup in the face.
That's because you want someone to like you, to love you. That's why you want to catch someone to be your partner. So you have to make up yourself attractive. If you're not attractive, then you cannot get a husband, right? But once you get a husband, then you don't need to make yourself beautiful anymore. You become lazy.
So the Sotapana still have makeup, Ajahn?
Yes, because the Sotapana still want a husband or a wife. See.
But with the body, what they think about the body is
They think the body is impermanent. The body is not self.
If people who can think like that must not be wanting to have this to make up again, Ajahn.
Because they haven't just studied the super nature of the body. They still look at the body just from the outside. So you have to go look inside the body to see that the body is not attractive.
Oh, the Sotapana still reach the training of Asubha, Ajahn.
Yes, the Sotapana has to start training in a Supa. Then he'll become a Sakidagami and Anagami eventually.
And Ajahn, this Friday is my birthday. So any advice for me, Ajahn?
Oh, just give a lot of money away for your birthday. Then you'll be happy. You'll be very happy.
So
You
giving
Santa Claus for one day. Your birthday is your Christmas day. You should be Santa Claus.
Like treat the friends to eat. I don't want to do that.
Go to a hospital or go into some place where people need your help, need your money. Give them the money.
Give dana or
give money to poor people.
Poor, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I guess Ajahn will say, but they means your death date is getting closer. Let's practice more.
That also.
That
also.
okay.
But what's more important is giving away your money.
Yeah.
If you have lots of money that you don't need, then you should give it away. Keep only the money that you need.
Because the death date is getting closer.
Yeah.
More closer.
When you die, you have to rely on your merit to keep you happy.
Yeah.
Now you can rely on your money to make you happy. But once you die, you cannot use money to make you happy.
Yeah.
So you have to rely on the merit that you make by giving away your money to make you happy. You can take merit with you, but you cannot take your money with you.
Like I see the Queen Elizabeth, she is so rich, so famous, but after that, nothing.
Yes, that's a good example for you to remember, for you to keep up.
Yeah.
Only keep what you need. What you don't need, give it away. Give it away. Then you won't have to worry about those things. Okay, we're running out of time, so I have to move on.
Thank you.
All right. Next is Somchai from Pennsylvania, USA.
Okay. Kaptan Pajan. Yeah, good evening. And it's I don't know, it's each person is have a minute or 1 minute for speak to, so but not quite today. I think I just try to pick that up how what I should bring up the question about that. It's something in my mind. It's quite a bit, and because my wife, family of my wife in Thailand, they passed away, and something cannot go, this and that. It's some things, and daughter come in and things like that. So it kind of too complicated, but only I can do it. It's just keeping it putto and meditate, the same as just teach about your body and your mind. It's you not own that. So I think I believe it too. So I believe it. Today I'm not quite happy yet. So thank you so much.
Okay. Good. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow night again.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. We have Sulan and A Comnet. Whoever wants to speak can turn on the video and microphone. Comnet from Japan.
นมัสการพระอาจารย์ค่ะ
Okay, you have anything to say?
I have nothing to say today. Just come
Just to
and
join. Did you go on your vacation already?
I came back and I went to the temple. Is the 17th of September. It was my birthday, so I went to meditate in the temple in Japan.
I see.
Good. I tried Nesachik for the second time.
You don't sleep at all.
No, it was my second time, and it's quite difficult because this time I was alone.
Okay.
And Thailand, I was with all the monk and all the nun, but this time I was alone. But
So did you find it useful, beneficial?
Yes, I did it.
Okay.
So happy because Ajaan said that if you can been through that one time, you can get I don't know how to say in English, like double like merit.
Double merit, twice as much merit. Yes. Okay. Yes. Keep trying, keep doing it.
Last time you suggest me to do it at home, but I have 3 kids, so I couldn't make it. So
Okay, no problem. Do when you can. When you cannot do it, then you have to wait.
Okay, Prashan, thank you very much.
Okay. I think we'll go to Facebook now for more questions if there's any.
There are 9 questions from Facebook and YouTube, Prachan. And the first question from Jitta. Dear Thanajan, bowing to you regarding the Kauchi-on retreat, as the mountain environment is very much different. I know that you have been staying there for 36 years since 1986. Could you please give me some advice? And we can ignore those people who come for a few days of monastery tour for fun, or just try and see out of curiosity, then run away. So in your view, why some serious meditators or cultivators fail in Kauchi-on retreat? Why they could not stay there and could not attain good meditation achievement there? Thank you.
I don't know. I never asked them. They come and they go. So some stay, some don't. It just happened, I guess.
And next question from the Multiversal Unity. Good evening, Thanajan. There's a Japanese new movie plotted. If elderly after years of 75 age, they are open to volunteer to die. And if they do, their children will get some money from the government. This way, the government seems to solve population aging problems. Will this idea or project create bad karma to a party involved? Thank you.
It is lack of of compassion and loving kindness toward your fellow human being. And if this should happen to you, you will feel bad. Right now you are young, so you can think differently. But when you get old and if you're being treated like you treated the older people now, then you'll find out how sad or how lonely you will feel, how useless you will feel. But when you show love to people now, it makes people feel good. It makes people happy. That is more important than about any other thing. So yes, if you think in a way that getting rid of people is good, then this is bad thinking. And if you're actually doing it, then you are creating bad karma.
Next question from Wong Sam. May Thanajan explain the benefits of meditation in forest? What to expect from forest retreat? Thank you.
Well, you get better results than you do it at home, because it's like when you're sick, when you have to look after yourself at home and go to the hospital. That's a difference. The hospital is more prepared to deal with your sickness than your home. That's why people go to the hospital when they get sick. They don't stay at home. Same way with people who meditate. They don't meditate at home. They meditate in the forest.
And 2 questions from Tae Ting Loon. And the first question is, how do I deal with the mental stress, worrying, and being restless about work and deadlines?
If you can just stop working, like me, stop working and concentrate on doing meditation full time, becoming a monk, then you won't have any stress. I don't have any more stress or worry about work anymore.
And the second question is, how do I deal with my mind that crave for entertainment that won't bring me happiness in the long run? Thank you.
You have to go live in the monastery where there are no entertainment for you to watch.
Next questions from I'm My Soon. Hi Thanajan, can we transfer good merits to our parents who is still alive? If yes, how can we do it? Thank you.
No, you don't transfer merit to people who are alive. They make more merit than themselves, so they don't need you to transfer merit for them. The merit you transfer is very minimal compared to the merit that they can make by themselves. But with people who die, they can no longer make merit. So even a small merit is still better than nothing.
Next question from Lisa Tan. Good evening, Ajahn. As a layperson, isn't it good to have aspirations? Shouldn't we have life target to achieve other than Nibbana? Thank you, Ajahn.
Well, see, Nibbana is a permanent target, permanent reward. Everything else is just temporarily. You lose everything when you die. You can become prime minister, you can become king and queen, but when you die, you lose those things. But with Nibbana, you will never lose it. Once you have it forever.
And questions from Polling Soon. Can Ajahn explain regarding the metta meditation? When should we need to practice this?
Well, metta is, if you don't know what metta is, then you have to learn what metta is. You have to study what metta is, how to have metta. And according to the Buddha, there are 4 ways of having metta. One is to be forgiving. And someone did something wrong to you, you forgive them. This is metta. The second one is not to disturb or to hurt other people by what you do. Not to cause any disturbance on other people, disturb or cause damage to other people, whatever you do, you have to be mindful that it doesn't hurt other people. And the third one is to make people happy by acting like a Santa Claus. So once you know this, then you do it when you meet people. When you see people, you want to make them happy, act like Santa Claus, bringing some gift to them. And if they say something bad to you, don't get angry at them, forgive them. And when you do something, don't make them, don't cause any damage upon them. This is how you practice metta, not meditate. Metta to practice is not to meditate.
And one more question from Pauline soon. Can Prajan explain the working group of Sila, Pavana, and Panya?
Well, Sila is the precept, keep morality, keeping the precept. Pavana is the practice of meditation. And Panya is wisdom. Okay.
And no more question, but Shilan want to say something to you, and she want to say that Ajahn, I'm planning to visit the temple in November this year. That's all.
Okay, thank you. November, okay, a few more months.
Yes.
Okay, we have just about 6 more minutes left. Should anybody would like to have another question or so? Check. Okay, check.
Sorry, Ajahn, just now I missed the one. You said Buddha said 4 ways of practicing metta. You said forgiveness, and then don't harm other people, be a Santa Claus. What's the number 4? I didn't catch the one.
I didn't say it. This one is similar to the second. This one is more specific. Don't hurt people's body or mind or their mind.
Oh.
So, don't cause injury to the body or the mind.
Oh.
Like, hitting them with a
the stick.
With a stick or something like that.
But how you hurt people's mind?
By doing something that makes them angry at you, make them unhappy.
Oh.
By intentionally doing something to make them feel bad. Like bullying them, for instance.
Oh. So number 2 is also hurting other people, but number 4 is more specific, like don't hurt.
Number 2 is more like whatever you do, don't cause problem with other people. Don't create problems.
Don't create
for other people.
Oh, don't be a nuisance.
Yeah, like having a party and making loud noises and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Not causing any physical or mental injury, but still a nuisance. It still cause disturbances on other people. Disturbing other people, let's put it. Disturbing the peace of other people.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's about it for tonight. Anybody else? Did I catch anybody? Juan Liman? Okay. Juan Liman.
Ajahn, just a quick one. Ajahn mentioned just now to Evie that a Sotapanna will still put up makeup and appearance. So, but Ajahn also mentioned that Sotapanna is not afraid of death. If they are not afraid of death, why are they so worried about how they look? I mean, their appearance.
Because they still have sexual desire, and so they need someone to satisfy their sexual desire. So they have to appear attractive, make themselves look attractive. Well, nobody would like to have any sexual intercourse with them.
But in a way, they are also not afraid to die.
They accept that. They accept that. They accept sickness. It's part of life.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. I think that's about it for tonight. Thank you very much for your participation in this meeting. I hope it benefits you and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you again at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
สาธุค่ะ
Sadhu, thank you, Ajahn. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you.
Everyone.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
ขอบคุณมาก
ได้ดอกเกอร์
ขอบคุณคุณบอยนะคะ thank you very much
Bye bye.
บ๊ายบาย
ๆฝันดี
ฝันดีค่ะ Good night
ยังมีอยู่แต่แบบตั้งชื่อมาแบบว่า HII อะไรอย่างเงี้ย
ลาเลยครับ
เราก็เลยไม่แน่ใจว่ามา